At the opener, Darnell, from a defensive standpoint as a team, what are kind of the main headlines to tighten up, you think?
I think we made the right reads and have the right execution. There's probably an element of closing down plays quicker. So lots of areas that we can improve on the defensive side of the puck, and we will. And you look forward to tomorrow night.
New bodies. I imagine it's maybe harder than most people think to sort of integrate different guys and different partners and different. Is there maybe more to that than people might think?
Yeah, you can look at game one and say the world's over. I think there's just so much for us, so much hockey to be played for our group, and there is the new bodies, the new essence of learning the system and whatnot. But we've had a whole camp. I think for us it's just cleaning up the details of the game. Maybe executing at a higher level, whether it's tape to tape passes, reads, communication in the D zone. I think that's a big thing for us. If we can communicate a little bit more, talk our way maybe through the defensive zone, close things off a little bit quicker, it'll make our life a lot easier.
For you played so many years with Cody, right? Pretty much as your main guy. Obviously, Vincent Desharnais a little bit the last few years. Does it take time? Do you remember, how long does it take? I don't know if there's a set game or anything to kind of get used to just the tendencies of a new partner.
I don't know. Everyone's different. Every player that you play with different. It just comes back to working and playing every day and talking your way through things, and that comes.
Do you feel that you need to be more of a mentor as a partner at the same time? Cody had a lot of experience, but Ty's a little bit younger of a guy. Does that factor into it a bit? Bush always talked about how Ekholm really helped him in that regard. Do you kind of look to take on that role a bit?
Yeah, I think that's where the communication comes in. First and foremost, you want to make sure your own game is tidy and on point, and that communication. Best leaders lead by example first, and then the communication part kind of comes as a helper on top of that. So I think the mentor part of it and helping guys get into the league, there's definitely an element of that. And obviously also too, coming to this team, every night you're playing against teams, you're playing them at their best, and there's not you can't give time and space and looks for other teams. So it's one that you got to learn on the job. You got to learn on the job quick.
How fine is the line between urgency and being patient and being a pro? Installing some urgency as a leader in this room, but not having some sense of panic or anything.
Yeah, no, I think it's, urgency is probably a good word for it, because as a group, as a team, we saw last year, the hole that we had to dig ourselves out of when we weren't dialed in for the first month, and you don't have. For us, we had to put together an 8-game win streak and then a 16-game win streak to put ourselves in the driver's seat, and that was a lot of work. And the position that we're in right now, and after the season that we just had, to get into the playoffs is going to be just as hard no matter how you start the season. So, there is an urgency in this group. I think obviously, we have patience. We believe each other. I think our character in this room and how we're able to battle through things can't really be questioned after what we've done over the last few years. But with all that said, I think for us, we know we need to play at a higher level, and there's a higher standard that we got to get to.